Another day and yet more travel chaos. First thing in the morning at one of the UK's airports. This time it is Stansted Airport in Essex, the fourth busiest in the UK, where they were expecting 84,000 passengers to travel through today. At about 3:30, a fire broke out at a lounge in the main departures area. That quickly spread smoke through the airport, and although nobody was hurt, the whole place was cleared out and security searches stopped in order to protect passengers and staff. As a result, almighty crowds built up outside the terminal, and when finally people were allowed to check in and go through security, needless to say the whole process took many hours because the fire and closure happened at what would otherwise be the busiest time of the day. A number of aircraft took off empty. This was a deliberate policy by the airlines to protect the schedule for later in the day, leaving passengers feeling extremely frustrated, partly because air passenger rights rules do not cover a situation where you're at an airport, you can't reach your plane and it takes off without you. However, it is likely that since this was very clearly not the passengers' problem, that the airlines will allow you to switch to another flight free of charge, but the usual rules about having hotels and meals provided until you get to your destination do not apply. Stansted tells me that things are now getting back to normal, and the idea of sending those planes off early is that the rest of the schedule will continue, but there are some delays, and it's been made even worse by the Stansted Express failing due to a points failure between Bishop Stortford and the airport. Wherever you're travelling, hope for the best, be prepared for delays and disruption.